and Sassenach Quilts. We're back. All the renovations have been done and the channel is back, and we've got so much content to share with you. Really looking forward to it. So today's quilt is this one. It's the second in the series of patterns, quilting patterns that are good from shirts, from cloth from shirts. So this one is Line Dance version 2 by Donna Jordan. And it's such a lovely pattern and such a lovely tribute to her that I thought we'd start off back again with Line Dance version 2. Now this one and the fabrics in it are all from shirts. So all the colours you see in this part of the quilt are from shirts. The central pattern here is also from an extra large shirt, and you can see because it's got the stitch work that was on the chest there. This outer edge is from the same shirt, and then the background on here is from a single sheet, and a single sheet in the UK measures 180 centimetres by 270 centimetres. I'll put the description in the box below. So when it's called pattern is calling for jelly roll strips, you can get that from a single sheet. And then the back is another sheet from the bargain bin at our local shop, which stops it from going to landfill. The binding is a stripy shirt. We do love stripy binding here at the cloth house, and you can see from the ones on here, that one's stripy and that one's stripy, so we really love stripy binding. That's how they should be. But let's get back to Line Dance version 2. So the pattern, this is the pattern, and this is printed from, it's a free pattern from Donna Jordan and Jordan Fabrics. So I've printed it off, and as you can see, it's made up of these blocks as you go along, and you need some strips for those blocks. Now traditionally those strips come from a jelly roll, and it will use jelly roll, a certain number of strips from a jelly roll to make this pattern, plus a few extra bits. This one is not made from a jelly roll. This is made from strips from shirts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get your strips and how to measure and where on a shirt you can get these strips from, so that you can make a normal quilt from a shirt. So here we are sitting at my cutting table and cutting area, and this is the back of an extra large shirt. And I just wanted to show you how the measurements that are on it. Now you can see my measurements here go from 0 up to about 23, and it shapes the shirt. It comes in a little bit. So if we take that to the edge there, like that, all the way across, well, that's the 23 mark there. So we'd have to trim that to 22, and you have to start thinking that measurements from a jelly roll, half a jelly roll, if it's a 40-inch jelly roll, that's 20 inches. If it's a 42-inch jelly roll strip, that's a 21-inch strip. So you can get, if you have 2 of those, and if you look at the pattern again, each one of these is a jelly roll strip. So, but it's broken in the middle by these bits. So, and then varying lengths of the white here. So if you take half a jelly roll here, well, basically that's 2 strips out of a shirt that will give you the jelly roll length. And let me show you again by measuring it from the edge there to there. You can see that's 22.5 inches across. So you can get a jelly roll width. Now lengthwise it's even longer. So you could, on this, you could do it both ways because it's a non-directional fabric. If you had a directional fabric, you'd be stuck having to do it the other way. And if you put it in the middle, that's the longest length. Well, that's 26.5 inches. So yeah, you're more than enough. So, but then you think, well, okay, what if I haven't got a back? What if I've only got fronts? Well, there's 2 ways you can do it from fronts. Let me just roll that back up a little bit. And here's a front I made earlier. I'll put it one back to front so you can see it against the other one. again, it's 26.5 inches long. In fact, it's a little bit longer because it goes up to the shoulder. So there, oops, that's 27 inches long. No, it isn't. It's 30 inches long. So you can get 2 strips of that if you cut it out at the front there. That's 27 inches long. You'd need more. You'd need fabric and more than one shirt, obviously. You need a little collection of shirts that you gained from the thrift shop or from the charity shop if you're in the UK. But you can get the fabric from shirts. Now, if you've only got the bottom half of this shirt panel left, like that, well, the width of it is 11 inches. So 2 of those will give you one of these, and 4 of those will give you all you need. And this sort of fabric, you wouldn't see the join. So think about where your shirts and how you can use them, because they're just brilliant. Now, as you can see, there's various lengths here on the middle of the pattern, and these ones that I used in the example I showed you are all from an extra large shirt. Now, you may be wondering, well, how do you know that you can get enough fabric from an extra large shirt that's going to cover all of this? I know this because Kathy Martin from Catbird Quilts, hi Kathy, did a fantastic video on how much binding you can get from a men's dress shirt. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. But the answer is, from extra large shirt, you can get 720 inches of binding. And so there's more than enough to do this and the edges here from an extra large shirt. In fact, there's more than enough from a large shirt. So I just wanted to go through that with you. Now, the finished size for this one is 72 by 90. And all of these, the white background here, is either from a white jelly roll on this pattern version, or you can use fabric from a from a sheet. And a single sheet in the UK is 180 by 270 centimetres. So again, that's more than enough. It's 20 inches bigger than a jelly roll strip, which is 60, so there's more than enough to get what you require from a single sheet for this. And then on the back, I've used a double one, obviously. In fact, I think it's actually king size, because the person it's for wanted it in king size. So it's really, 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 really good way to think of what you can do and how you can make a normal pattern that's lovely from that. And then I just put another white border around the edge, but obviously you could use a different colour sheet fabric, or you could use something from your stash that's lovely, that ties in with the colours that you've chosen. But the world is endless. I mean, at the moment I've been collecting purple ones, so we will eventually one day make a purple quilt, probably this pattern, because it's so lovely. It's really easy, it goes together really fast. The quilt that I showed you, you can see on the pattern here, it's got 5 blocks. The quilt I showed you has 6, because we wanted to make it a bit wider, and that took it up to 96 by 90. So it's a really huge quilt, and I can't wait to show you more things that you can do with shirt fabric, and more things that you can do to use fabric in a different way, or fabric that you didn't think was proper fabric. Anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ding the bell, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.